Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Quarantine Conversations brought to you by the SCSU Huskies Athletics app. Today with me is assistant wrestling coach Brady Wilson. Coach, how are you doing today?
About as good as I can be. How about you?
Not doing too bad. Got up early this morning, got things done. So, it's a little bit gloomy day, but we're being productive, so that's good.
Good, yeah.
So, the season got cut short last year. Your favorites, going into the championship. Tell me a little bit about how you've been able to stay hungry as a team over the off season, despite kind of having a little bit disappointing and abrupt end of the season.
Yeah, it was definitely hard on the student athletes, and you obviously feel really bad for the seniors that had a chance, to do something pretty cool. Had three seniors, all three of them were wrestling really well. All three were seated in the top two in the country, so feel really bad for them. But it's just like anything else. You got to try and manage, everything at the season, so it's not peaks and valleys, and so it's rolling hills. And our team's done a great job of just continuing on with the process, and we got great leadership where it's just they're training for the next best thing. So that's they stay hungry themselves, and they've been doing a great job. And we had this year, it's kind of been hard because we get some momentum going. We've been training for 3 weeks, and then we have to take 2 weeks off. Then we get to start training. Then we miss this guy, and we miss that guy. So, but we have great leadership, and Coach Sanders got a great vision and keeping these guys on the straight and narrow.
Speaking of leadership, it takes a very good leadership to do what you guys done in the past decade. What's kind of the key to the success, and what's made you a perennial contender for a national championship?
It's the student athletes that we have. We have a great bunch of student athletes that we get to work with each year. They're coachable. They do the right things on the mat. They do the right things in the classroom. They're doing the right things socially. We got a great group of guys, and, they really wrestle for each other. I mean, it really is a family-like atmosphere here and a brotherhood, and it's really made it enjoyable to be a part of.
And, what have you been seeing so far in practice? What's kind of stood out to you? Any specific wrestlers, or just kind of any team chemistry that you see? What's been sticking out?
Well, the team chemistry has been a little bit more difficult this year because we're training in pods. We got pods of, 10 to 12 guys. So, some of our seniors are saying, well, I don't even know this guy because they can't be in contact with them. They can't all be in the locker room at the same time. Then we usually do like a team retreat each year, and we do some team barbecues and stuff, but we can't really do that. First of all, we don't, have it's just really difficult because we have a roster of 45 guys, and you can't have that many people socially distanced and so forth. So the team chemistry thing's been kind of hard. We're trying to do it and you can't intermingle pods either. Your pods always got to stay the same, so they know for contact tracing who's been in contact with this person, that person, and so forth. So it's been really difficult, and the guys have done a good job of overcoming it and training for the hopefully the national tournament here.
Yeah, and I've talked to a lot of coaches about kind of their message to the team as far as staying safe and staying motivated. What have you said to the guys about that, and just trying to keep their heads in the right space?
You just hope for the best and you prepare for the worst. So like if something comes, like last year at the national tournament, that's kind of what we do. We hope for the best. Obviously when you wake up in the morning and you see the NBA's cancel their season and stuff like that, you're hoping that you're still going to get to wrestle, but you expect the worst. So that's kind of what we preach to. You hope for the best, expect the worst. So in wrestling, you think you're going to beat somebody, and then the call doesn't go your way or something happens, then you got to be able to have a quick turnaround, be able to keep moving forward and pushing towards the next best thing. So that's kind of how we've been doing it. You just hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
What was kind of like the off-season message, in the late spring and in the early summer of, having guys, stay motivated, still do out, kind of get active and still doing things? How were you guys able to communicate with the players, and what did you kind of say to them?
We give we have a manual, a training manual that we give everybody at the end of the year, and that's what they're supposed to do over the summer. We don't hold a bunch of team practices or anything like that over the summer, but and then the first thing we do as a team when we get together is we run a 5-mile run outside. So who's been doing the training program and who hasn't. So they kind of know what to expect, and the guys have responded well, and that's they. I mean, wrestling's I mean, it's mano a mano. You get out there, it's you versus another guy, so you got to be motivated. You don't want to go out there and put on a poor performance. So guys got to stay motivated, or else And then we have a really strong team too, so they know if that they're not doing their job, someone else is going to step in their shoes and fill in and take the job.
Yeah, and Coach, I think if my math is right, this is your 10th season here at
Mm-hmm.
SCSU. What makes you want to keep coming back and working with these wrestlers and keep coaching? And what makes you want to come back day in and day out?
Well, winning's fun. That's not, it's it's really cool to watch some of these guys come in. Through the recruit, you're meeting this person as a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, and then they come into your program, and then you get to watch them develop into a young kid, into a young man, and then the cool part is you get to go to their weddings, watch them have children, watch them become fathers and grow up, and then you get they're see what you get some really cool alumni that are doing some really cool things for a job and stuff, and those watching them, they come back for alumni day or they come back for dual and catching up for them, just watching the progression of a young man and seeing how they become a family man and so forth, and watch them grow up. That's the coolest part about it, and the relationships that you build with these people, that's the most rewarding part, and that's what keeps me coming back.
How about Coach Sanzo? What's your relationship like with him?
Well, I mean, we had a 10-year relationship, and it's gone really good. We've done some really cool things together. I'd say like we're like brothers. Now that we moved offices, so now our offices are right next to each other, and he's always in here bouncing ideas off me, and I'm in there, bouncing some ideas off him, because we're in new waters here with this whole training cycle and the pods and trying to get things figured out. So we're always kind of scheming and game planning on what to do next. So, we have a very good relationship. A lot of times we don't, we always kind of know each other's thinking now after being together for 10 years. So it's been pretty easy, and we get along pretty well.
All right, well, that wraps it up for me, Coach. Thank you very much. And that does it for Quarantine Conversations, brought to you by the SCSU Huskies Athletics app. And we'll see you next time.